Kain refused the sacrifice.
Alright everybody, we are on our next game, Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. We did check out the Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered when they came out. Actually, that was kind of loud. I'm going to have to turn that down. But I was really excited for this once they announced it. I think we'll also check out Legacy of Kain Ascendance, I think is the side-scroller one that also just recently came out after we finish this. I'm going to try to tackle this similarly to Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered, where we hunt down a lot of, well, we hunted down all of the achievements in that. We're only going to go for certain ones on this one, because this one will require multiple playthroughs to actually get all of them. It has a lot of accumulative ones. But we're going to focus on a lot of the miscellaneous chapter-specific ones, like standing on a statue for a certain amount of time, or doing something, a specific amount, like killing every enemy in a certain section. We're going to focus on those, and we're going to focus on all the collectibles. One thing I wanted to check is I know this one actually has like a lot of outfits. I'm not really sure where we actually go and see those. Oh, you can actually just go into the training room. I wonder if it's the same as the training section. Also, let me double check my settings really quick. Alright, I think we're good. The one thing that's actually cool after I was looking at it, you can actually switch back to classic mode, which is kind of nice. The other thing too is this version also has a redone camera, so you can actually have it behind you. Before it kind of had like static camera angles. It's been a while since I played this though, but I am excited to start it again. I've always been a huge Legacy of Kain fan. I'm hoping they do a Blood Omen 2 remaster, and it would be really awesome if they did like a Blood Omen 1 remake. Because I don't really know how they would remaster that. I guess they could make really high-res 2D sprites if they wanted to. That would be something possible. But let's just jump right in here. This does leave off right after the events of 2, where they kind of changed time by having the coin stay on its edge, basically not choosing the fate that was predetermined for them and finding a way to kind of avoid it. This is kind of continuing off of that ending. Yeah, let's just jump right in here.
Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge the fates for another throw, a better throw against one's destiny, what was a king to do? But does one ever truly have a choice? One can only match, move by move, the machinations of fate, and thus defy the tyrannous stars. And so I returned to the sanctuary of my enemy, the fortress of the Sarafan Brotherhood, deemed impossible for any man to penetrate. Impossible for any man. Deep within these walls my prey awaited. Moebius, the time streamer, deceiver and eternal gamester, using living beings as his pawns.
In the end, we'd rooted out an entire nest of the fiends.
But we had swept that area already.
Not well enough, but no matter. We purged every last one of that brood with fire, where their souls now rest.
Lord Moebius will be pleased.
It was time for Moebius to answer a few questions. I hoped for his sake to find him in a forthcoming mood.
Yeah, look at that. I'm already really liking this. This new camera actually is a pretty great addition in my opinion. It's a little sensitive, but I'll probably get used to it. There's probably sensitivity options for it as well. The other thing too is the cutscenes are so much louder than the game, so let me once again adjust my settings. See if I can strike a balance. This sounds pretty good. But alright, we're off. One thing too, I wonder what they have. Okay, LB is lock-on mode. We do have like a tutorial thing we gotta beat in 90 seconds, so I'm just trying to get all my moves down. Alright, that's the launcher. I accidentally fed the Reaver. There is actually an achievement for doing like close feeds like this. I think it's like 50 times. It could be 100. I'd have to double check it. But yeah, there's a lot of things you're going to want to do in repetition. There's another one for feeding on 3 people at the same time. So I'm going to have to see if we can line that up at some point. Yeah, I actually really like this new camera. It's going to be very easy to find some of the collectibles. Because one of the reasons why they're a little difficult sometimes in the past was because they're a little bit obscured by the static camera angles. That's not really going to be a problem this time. Should be able to just walk through this guy.
From time to time, it is necessary to feed. And the unusual event of a feast prepared by the Sarafan must be savored.
Well, I'm gonna have to feed on a lot of people, so... Sorry, lady. Then again, this might be a mercy. We can also get one of our first miscellaneous achievements here. There's that. I don't know why that's an achievement, but we got it. We gotta cause the guillotine, however it's pronounced. We gotta cause it to fall. I always thought this was funny. When you hold the feed button down. Our first collectible is also in this chamber. I'm just seeing if there's anybody else. Drain them, but yeah, we should be able to get that first collectible right now. There we go, health talisman. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, the accumulative achievements need to be done in one playthrough. So like I said, you really gotta repeat the same process a few times to make sure you get them. If not, you just gotta get them on a different playthrough. There is an achievement for beating this game in less than 6 hours, but for some of the other stuff that we also have to do, we're not aiming for that. Because like I said, this will take me multiple playthroughs, and we're kind of just focused on our main one right here.
What was that?
The touch of water is like acid to a vampire. I had to find another way to pass.
Well, that guy probably regretted doing that. Yeah, I think we do have to impale a certain amount of people on wall spikes as well. Well, let's get up here. We're actually going to be able to get another collectible right away. I think it's above me. Yeah, a lot of these are actually in pretty obvious spots. There's a telekinesis rune. Odd place to have a prisoner.
This passage undoubtedly led to the Time Streamer. My prey was nearly in my grasp. But the door had been sealed by a blessed barrier. As I approached, the Reaver resonated in response. Perhaps its dark sorcery could dispel these holy barriers.
Yeah, I'm liking the texture work on this. It's looking really clean. I don't think we can do anything out here just yet. Actually, let's pull all of these dudes down here once. Oh, you know what? I could have left myself float in the air there for a different achievement, but we should be okay. I gotta let my telekinesis rune recharge. Kain, target the dude up there, please. There's an achievement for floating for 13 seconds, and apparently those tutorial messages suspending him in the air will count. I don't think I can lock on. Oh, here we go. Alright, I kind of wanted to bunch these dudes up. I wonder if we can... Okay, RB is to cycle to different targets. Damn, almost. Almost 3 in 1. There's going to be a lot of opportunities to pull that off. I was just seeing if we could get it there. Also, these gates can't really block me in, so I don't really know what their plan was. We can get our next collectible here, though. And another miscellaneous achievement. I just wanted to see the local map. Oh, wow. That's pretty detailed. Alright, there's an Arcane Tome. But yeah, this is another achievement. We gotta stand on this guy for like a certain amount of time. Which it's not easy getting on top of him. Oh, wait, he's climbing it. Kain, please. Alright, here we go. Alright, that easy. Kinda actually pops really quickly. I think there's another achievement for feeding on a certain amount of these things. Basically just interacting in every possible way with the game. Let me see if there's any more of them out here really quick. We can't go through these doors yet. These traps too, with these guys, we actually have to try and... There's certain ones with these where they'll have an archer inside of them, I think. Hang on, let me see if I can... Yeah, there we go. We have to do this like 10 times throughout the game. So we gotta make sure we pull these dudes out. There's more than 10 of them. So we can miss that one, and it'll be fine. But you gotta grab them with telekinesis. And then pull them out. Let's get rid of these guys. Alright, we have a checkpoint here.
Locked. What a love of doors these pathetic humans have.
Well, I mean, a door is a pretty common invention, Kain. Yeah, our next collectible is right here. I don't think we have to smack these. Yeah, we can just walk into them. Well, I think we need to claim that item up ahead. I don't see anything to feed on. Hey, you want to throw him into a spike? Gotta wait for my thing to recharge. He keeps getting stuck on the wall. That was a pretty good shot. Might as well get some spike impales while we're here. The only downside is you can't feed on them when you do that.
This emblem was unmistakably of vampire origin and designed to enhance the Reaver's power. But this coincidence seemed too convenient. Moebius clearly meant for me to find it.
Sound the alarm! Vampire! Don't let him escape!
Surround him! Surrender, fiend, and we will promise you an easy death.
I could promise you the same, but it would be a lie.
Alright. View the menu. I actually wanted to kind of look in here, because I wonder if, No, okay.
Balance emblem.
I was just curious what they all had in here. Like, maybe they put the costumes in here. Oh, they did! Let's see which ones we actually have available, just to see. Huh. Is this like the original one? Oh, that's pretty cool. It's like his, well, this isn't really Blood Omen 1, but it's like a more clean version of him. Whoa, this thing looks crazy. Some of them we do have to manually unlock.
Attack!
Alright, let's see if we can divide our hits here.
Get him!
Alright, each one of them's been hit 3 times.
Get him!
Damn, it's actually going to be kind of tough feeding on 3 of them at once. They go down pretty quick. I'm trying to like hit them evenly to distribute it, but they're dying right away. Oh, there's another collectible up there. Oh, you can actually just switch to classic mode on the spot. That's cool. I don't think we can get up there yet though, because I think we get to that balcony when we learn to do like a far jump.
This barrier had a curious resonating effect on the Reaver.
Alright, easy enough to break those. You know, if I could actually pull like a bunch of these dudes out at once. We could potentially feed on them. I don't think it's gonna let me do that though. Did that one guy get shot by an arrow? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's just feed on these guys. Alright, no more archers. Alright, that's one combo on each of these dudes. I gotta be careful, because I think if I hit them multiple times like I accidentally did to those other dudes, that's what ended up killing them faster when they were downed. Let's get him closer to them. There we go.
This door had been equipped with a singular lock, requiring an unusual key. Somehow, I would find it.
That's quite a big key that thing needs. But yeah, there we go. We don't have to worry about Blood Shower anymore. I kind of wanted to keep trying for that one in the beginning here, so now we can just start swinging at him. Any wall spikes out here? Damn, okay. Oh, you know what? Let me actually try something once with these guys. Alright, never mind. I reloaded the checkpoint to see if I could get that tutorial message to pop up again while I was in the air. But it already saved that. So we can just continue. I might have to just find a place to actually float. But we can get our next collectible now. Another TK rune. Oh, you just release it. Okay, I wasn't sure if I had to press B. Oh, here's our tutorial. So we have to complete this in 90 seconds. I couldn't find too much information on it, so I don't know if it's all of them in order to complete it in 90 seconds, or if it's just the center one. Alright, that was weird. Wasn't working at first. This also will unlock another collectible after doing all of these. We'll have to see how it goes. I should actually just be able to reload the checkpoint if this doesn't work out. They have like vampire teeth painted on them. There we go. We got it. That's a quick study. I think that's all of our miscellaneous chapter-specific achievements for this chapter. Now we can claim our collectible. So there's that one. Should only be one more collectible in this chapter. Actually, I think I'm needed down here. Well, they give you 2 in 1 for this wall. I don't remember if there's a wall with 3 prisoners tied to it. That lowers our drawbridge, though. Just kind of taking in the sights. It's really cool seeing the game like this. There was a time where I never would have expected any of these games to be remastered. And like I said, I've always been a Legacy of Kain fan. I even have Blood Omen on PS1 still. And yeah, this is like a dream come true for me specifically. That's why I really enjoyed Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered as well. Alright, we're back out here. We got some more dudes. Alright, we gotta get rid of the archer. Do you have any spikes out here by any chance? Oh, that didn't even hit anybody. I had to be closer. Yeah, we charged that up with our red meter next to our health. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward with combos like that. You just have your 3/ combo, but it still feels pretty satisfying. Alright, this loops back out here. Still need to find those things. Actually, did it want me back on that side? Let's open up another one of these guys. Not gonna lie, that cutscene turned me around a little bit. Because, this is where we originally came from, isn't it? Oh yeah, these gates did actually open, though. Yeah, okay, they wanted me to come back. Alright, we're not gonna do a close one to him. Oh, right, we had one of these here. Weren't able to go this way before. Yeah, the one thing that's awesome about this game, though, is you get to play as both Kain and Raziel. The archer thinks he's all fancy. Why did they even have one of those stationed in that hallway? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna see what would happen if we floated from the top of this. I don't think it's a 13-second fall. It doesn't look like one. But, let's just see what happens. Because he falls kind of fast. Yeah, it's definitely not that high. Can I actually go through? No, this is definitely sealed. We don't have any breakable object achievements in this chapter. There is going to be one for a mansion level later, where we have to break everything inside of it. Yeah, here's where we get to learn long jump. Can't touch the water. The water actually looks pretty cool. We do have our next collectible here. This should be our final collectible for this chapter. So there's that one. One achievement that's going to be really fun on this version, though, is there's one for fighting the final boss by only damaging him with telekinetic blast.
Yes, I understand. It will be done. The stage is set. You needn't linger in the shadows, Kain. It has been a long time, hasn't it?
No banter, Moebius. You know why I'm here.
Yes, Raziel. You sought to introduce your own pawn into this game, and now he's been swept from the board.
By your hand, I suspect. Where is he?
Perhaps you should ask, when? How humiliating it must be for you to come begging at my doorstep for answers.
Enough wordplay.
Don't threaten me. You see, I have the upper hand. How remarkable that the great Kain should succumb to the scepter's power like any common vampire. Still so arrogant after all these years, thinking you've devised some brilliant plan. You know nothing. You have read the signs, but missed their meaning. You believe you are that myth of vampire prophecy, the scion of balance, and that Raziel holds the key to fulfilling your destiny. But your messianic delusions have blinded you to Raziel's true nature. You have no idea what you've unleashed. There was a time when you might have heeded wise counsel when it was offered. Now, your vanity has made you witless. You will have to learn the truth for yourself. You'll be needing this. Your strength will return after I have departed. But by then, you will have more urgent concerns than pursuing me. Perhaps, when we next meet, you will have learned a little humility.
These strange creatures seem to manifest from the very shadows.
Slip through our fingers again. Oh, it actually hit me out of the air.
Moebius's attempt at stopping me was not one of his better efforts. When I found him, it would be my turn to offer a few surprises.
Surrender, Raziel. Abandon this petty rebellion. It was I who made you Your life had played out, and in my grace, I spared you. You are my reaper of souls. You have no other purpose, no higher destiny. Just this. Accept your calling, Raziel. Let go of these vain hopes. Relinquish your will and feed.
No.
What do you profit from this defiance?
There's some grim satisfaction in infuriating you.
My patience is eternal, Raziel. How many eons can you bear to languish here? The wheel of fate must turn. All are redeemed in the cleansing agony of birth, death, and rebirth. This is the engine of life, the purifying rhythm of the universe to which all souls are irresistibly drawn. Yours is a necessary and noble function, Raziel.
Enough of your sermonizing. Are you trying to bore me into submission? Why must this game go on? We both know what you are. You are no better than the vampires you so despise. A voracious parasite, cloaking its appetite in a shroud of righteousness. I refuse to do your will.
I can see into your heart, Raziel. It is not your will, but cowardice that keeps you here.
How so?
You know what fate awaits you when you leave the Underworld. That phantom weapon you bear is a constant reminder, isn't it? The sword is waiting for you out there somewhere, and you tarry so as not to meet it.
I could not deny it. As long as I lingered here, defying my captor, I was able to postpone what I feared was my inevitable doom. To become the ravenous spirit imprisoned in the Reaver Blade. But that sentence was no worse than the stalemate I now endured. Better to face one's destiny than cower from it.
Harvester of souls, I created you. And to this function, my angel of death, you will return.
Enough. Yes, I submit.
Very good. Indulge your hunger. Yes, embrace your calling, Raziel. You will find that just as defiance has its price, so obedience has its rewards.
And submission is not always what it seems.
Yep, Raziel's still dealing with this Hermaeus Moro wannabe. But right away we can actually get our first collectible here. Let's grab that. I think there's only 4 of them in this chapter. So we can start out with that one. Yep, Raziel yet again. Dude, he feels like super fluid to move. Like I said, the biggest thing for me is I'm loving the new camera.
Below me swirled an ominous-looking mist. I knew that if I fell, it would mean my peril.
Alright, we actually do have yet another collectible in this chamber somewhere. Let me look around for it here. Unless this isn't considered the second chamber. Yeah, I think we have to get up a little bit higher before we can see it. I think we have to be on this ledge. I think it's to the left of this climbable wall.
Do you believe your worthiness is so easily proved? Your way is sealed until you have offered further evidence of your obedience.
I must feed you before I depart this place.
You must feed yourself, Raziel.
The wheel must turn.
Ah, now you understand.
Yep, he's just using us. Like he has ever since the beginning. They don't really have to show me this every time. I kind of get what's going on here. Yeah, let's float over here really quick. Yeah, there we go. We can see it. And I couldn't jump. Checkpoints actually reload you right away. Maybe we can make it from here, though. There we go. Actually, when you jump down to get this, though, you basically have to just drop back into the chasm, yeah. I don't know what the way up is there. Alright, let's get back over here. I'm gonna double check to see if... Okay, it is gone. I was gonna say it should be persistent. Alright, they also stopped showing me the thing. Every time we feed him. Wonder if I can lock on... No. Can't get that one from here. There was one right above us that I was seeing if we can get. Let's just climb up this way.
You may go, but remember, you are mine. You can no more escape from me than you can escape yourself.
This guy loves hearing himself talk. I think we actually might have a miscellaneous achievement right here.
You want this room cleared of its vermin.
If you wish to leave it,
Your will be done.
my good servant.
Yeah, we have a miscellaneous achievement for knocking 6 of these dudes into the chasm below. Let me position them a little bit better here. No, don't dodge me. I guess I don't have to pop up with them. This'll work. Oh, great. They got stuck. There we go.
See? Obedience brings prompt rewards.
That could have been bad for us, but it worked. Actually, I think there's another miscellaneous achievement in this part, too. I think we gotta devour 3 of these souls as we're getting through this area. But it might be when the chase triggers. We got 2 free ones right there.
Where do you think you're going, little soul?
Actually, I think it is this chamber in general.
Run faster.
So we gotta check in on souls.
Embrace your destiny.
There's actually a pretty easy to miss collectible in this part too. I don't even see any more souls. See what happens if we climb higher here. Actually, there's one right there. Yep, there we go.
You will never
That one's easy.
I grow tired of this, Raziel.
But once we get to the top of this place, we do have a collectible right here. Like I said, this one's a little easy to miss. Also, I hope that picked up. Yeah, it looks like it did. Those Arcane Tomes don't have like a dialogue pop up every time.
Clearly my escape had not been anticipated, or my benevolent master would not have expended such efforts to prevent me from going. And if my departure displeased him, then that was a victory, however small, for me.
Oh, there we go. We made it out of there. Pissed him off. Let's get our next collectible really quick.
In the spectral realm, water is as thin as air, putting this opening far beyond my reach. But once I found my way into the physical world, I might be able to swim up there.
Oh, we earned a new skin. You can actually check that out. Kind of curious what his look like. Oh, that's pretty cool, his human one. I wonder why they're so low res in the selection menu. Shifter Reborn. Oh, here's the one we unlocked. Angel. That one looks pretty cool. We're gonna rock our default ones for our story playthrough here, though. I might use them on replays. But yeah, it's cool that they added the skins. That should actually be our last collectible in this chapter. There was only those 2 miscellaneous achievements in it as well.
This door would only open when fitted with an appropriate artifact. But to use such an object, I would first have to find a way back into the material realm.
Oh, that might be easier said than done. This thing just pop out of the ground for a few seconds. Alright, I think it is dead. I can't interact with anything up here.
At last, I discovered a conduit into the material realm. I would finally escape the spirit world and take one step farther from my tormentor.
Did you think to receive the same favors after your rebellion as before? No, Raziel. I have no need for you to enter the physical world, so no conduit will be granted. You serve me adequately as a wraith, and a wraith you will remain.
So, my restraints had not been removed, only loosened. I would not be held prisoner in the spectral realm. There had to be another way.
Yeah, of course it wasn't going to be that easy.
As I emerged, I was granted a vision of what I would become if I did not escape the spectral realm. For these too were agents of my master, hunting the lost souls that struggled to escape the endless twilight of the Underworld.
Things are eating my souls. Alright, that one's dead. Can this thing hold still?
My master's plan for me was ominously clear. Like these mindless hunters, I existed only to fuel him with souls, siphoning their energy to feed him and his wheel of fate. I had to break these bonds, while I still possessed my own will.
Alright, he's still in here battling these guys. One thing that's funny is when he's paying attention to like another enemy, his head like twists. Alright, I think they're dealt with for now. Here's that giant key we were looking for though.
This artifact seemed as though it was made for that unusual lock. Now the door could be opened.
Let's keep climbing up this way. Okay, I wasn't sure if you could actually jump to get up there faster, but no, he just kind of rotates. Couldn't remember if that was a strat. Oh, we've been out here before. These things relax. Yeah, you could actually probably get this again if you didn't knock it down the first time. Oh, that's collapsed this time. Our first chapter 3 collectibles coming up soon. Let's actually feed on some of these. This one appears to be empty. Yeah, I think our collectible is right here. There we go. Pretty sure there's 9 total in this chapter. Actually, was there someone? No, I wasn't sure if I saw a silhouette. The breakable wall right there. Here's our next collectible. You gonna get ambushed in here again? Nope, it's actually all nice and quiet. I think I'm making my way to this balcony so that we can jump across. leveling up. I actually kind of want to fill up the Reaver once. Wanted to try this. Yeah, the reason why I'm stopping to do that all the time is because we have to do it quite often. So might as well. Alright, I think we got them all. Let's also drain another one of these. I'm hoping we find more of those ones, because I think we're probably like too short.
Malik, the great Sarafan warrior. I had met him before. His sword and shield seemed to have gone astray.
Yeah, it's up to me to find those. You don't actually have to hold them the whole time. You have enough health to where it doesn't matter, you can just let them go right away. I'm just not sure if it requires me to have the max amount. Damn, I wish I was in the air during this. Yeah, every time you level up, you get those like new move unlock prompts to pop up, and if you do happen to get caught in the air, I recommend just sitting there for like 13 seconds to get the achievement. We actually had a perfect opportunity to do it before, but I wasn't thinking at the time. Alright, they're all eliminated this time. Which ways are open to us now? Have we been through here before? This is where the drawbridge was. Actually, I can just check the map. See which way it wants me to go. Actually, it doesn't look like we have objectives on here. We might have been on the right track when I was heading towards this drawbridge, because we're looking for that one key door, for that big key we found. Yeah, it wasn't here, okay. Damn, I wish I was jumping up to this dude. Ow. That spellcaster just fade out of existence? Damn, he's pulling off a full combo. Did we kill that spellcaster? Where did he go? Unless he kind of just fell through the map. He's still playing combat music.
Tell me, where can I find your master? Quickly, Moebius is...
in the tower.
Good.
I don't know why the guy thought he was gonna live. You don't really tell Kain that kind of information. He's gonna kill you anyways. I actually tried to pull him towards me. There's no spikes out here, right? I don't see any. Alright, I was just double checking. Alright, here's our door. Couldn't be that easy. Oh, that'll hurt him. Hey, there he goes. He said the thing. He shouts that so often in the first game. Let's get rid of this guy. Can they actually even die from the fire? Seems like it always runs out. I mean, that should kill him, right? He was already in dying state. Alright, new way forward. Finally on that second floor here. Kind of went the long way around for no reason. Doesn't look like we have any of those archers on the second floor here. Here's where we can get our next collectible. This is one that we saw earlier. Right across from us. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is immediately followed by yet another collectible. And a new skin. Actually, wait, let me hold here. I'm gonna hold here for a long time. just to ensure we get this achievement for him floating in the air for 13 seconds. I think the achievement is called The Ridge, so we should get that if I just let this sit. Alright, let's see here. There we go, The Ridge. So that's the easy way to do it, so you don't have to look for like a really long jump. So honestly, with those collectibles, if you're Kain, just keep jumping into them. That'd probably be the easiest way to trigger it, rather than waiting for like a level up combo to pop up. There we go, that's another one down. Let's get this block into place. There's our missing shield.
Malek's missing shield. I hated to restore his dignity, but I would need to return this to his monument before I could progress.
Alright, next key item is down. I really miss these guys. Alright, I think they're all gone. Wouldn't it be faster for me to just drop down? There are some new enemies, I might just fight them. Actually, let's lure these guys up here really quick. Get some more impales going. Need a few more of those. Can't remember if this is the faster way to the courtyard. Let me check the map really quick. See if we're going the right way. Okay, yeah, we are. Oh wait, no, did I just look at the, No, this is the room we were just in. This is the courtyard. At first I thought that was that same symbol from that thing we picked up in the room we just came from, because it looks the same, but this is the faster way back. These also restore every time I come back through the courtyard, so I'm actually just gonna need a bunch of these again. Okay, I might want to get myself up there instead of trying to pull them all down. So I'm in a compromised position. Let's give him the shield first, though. Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, we get up to that balcony by going this way. It'd be much easier to deal with them at this point. This is all I was trying to do. Hey, there's a 3-in-1 right here, too. See how these guys are doing. One of them's kind of off the balcony. There's a collectible right in front of us as well. I think there's an enemy staring at me on the other side of the wall. He's locking onto someone. feet on this guy. Just gonna float there. Here's our next collectible. Like I said, most of these are usually pretty straightforward. Another health talisman.
Dive!
Guess I'll just use this. It'll probably die down anyways.
Malek's sword belonged in his right hand. However distasteful this errand was, I would return it to its proper place.
Man, Kane's just hating every second of this. There's another achievement for feeding the Reaver so many times with both Raziel and Kain. So I guess mixing it up isn't a bad thing. That dude's stuck. I like that scream that they have. I could have swore I heard another enemy at first. Oh great, a spellcaster. Alright, is that all of them? Pretty sure there was another, well there's some down below us. I'm pretty sure there's another one of those red things they have right here. That's two of them out for the count. Alright, let's tap these off. Might as well hit up as many of them as I can. Actually, it doesn't look like all of them respawn this time, just that one.
The way to the tower now lay open before me. I looked forward to finding Moebius and resuming our conversation.
Conversations with him never go smoothly, though. Hey, here we go. More of these guys. There's that. Like I said, I knew there was supposed to be more than 10 of them. Actually, might juice up the Reaver here. Ow. you not be a dick about this? Well, before I go climbing anything, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, is there anything else I need to look out for in here?
Dive!
I'm gonna feed on this spellcaster and get rid of him. Sometimes those don't line up. Oh, there was another guy. Yeah, Kane's just having a good time here, man. Did I even need to do that? There are 2 of these. Let's break this one really quick. There we go. We actually do have a miscellaneous achievement on this bridge as well. We don't have that. Get rid of the archers. Actually, there is an achievement for getting hit into a breakable object. I wonder if they really need to be able to push me back in order to make that possible, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on these railings. For now, let's just feed on them. Alright, but our miscellaneous achievement... Oh, there's another guy. I do need some more health. I was about to throw him off. Wait, where do they keep coming from? Actually, there's one statue. Our miscellaneous achievement is breaking both of the statues on this bridge. That's one of them. And there's our second one. Doesn't want me to just... Okay, never mind, I see it. I thought it was gonna lock onto a place in front of us at first. Well, I mean, that's good enough, right? Doesn't let us get through. Here's that sword for that door. Ooh, we've got this now. Kind of like bounces them up in the air. This guy needs to relax. God, when they go through that full combo, you're kind of just stuck in it. Alright, you can stop harassing me. Well, I might want to put that one sword in. Yeah, they're just waiting for me. The spellcaster buffed the other spellcaster. It won't let me jump up with them. Alright, that'll get rid of them. Alright. I feel like this is the way it wants me to go. Actually, we can get our next collectible here. I need this ability, though. Yeah, here we go.
Curious. This artifact, joined with the relic I discovered earlier, appeared to be but one fragment of a larger emblem. This shard was endowed with elemental fire, enhancing both the Reaver and my telekinetic powers.
Alright, now we've got the ability to just light this stuff. Oh, does it want me to... There we go. Oh, there's that. Can I light these guys on fire with these? No. Let's do the fire attack. Okay, I actually don't know what that did for us. I don't really remember that one. Nope, come on. Keep getting stuck in this. This part might be a little bit longer. I kind of wanted to do the first 3 chapters. So we're just gonna stick out this chapter still. Oh, that was weird. I didn't mean to lock onto that originally. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a cutscene if I approached it. Once we get near the top of this thing, we will have a collectible that we got to pick up. It's actually still gonna... Yeah, I can see it right there. It's going to still be in this chamber. Let's drop down to... Okay. We have to land on that ledge that he kind of just phased through right there. Let me get back up there. There we go. Landed on it that time. He does catch these edges, so... You just gotta get close enough to him. There we go. Another one of those down. Now we just gotta get to the top. There should only be one more collectible in this chapter, and I think it's like very plain sight. And that bridge destroying achievement that we got for those statues, that's the only miscellaneous one in this chapter.
Here you are at last. I see you found a fragment of the balance emblem. This will be of even further use to you, if you can find the other 3. Now, shall we?
Yes. Let us continue our conversation, but on a somewhat different footing. Now, what do you have to tell me, Moebius?
You cannot kill me. We both know that this is not how or when I die.
Death is not the only possible outcome.
Your delusions of fulfilling the vampire's foolish prophecies have badly distorted your judgment. And Raziel is not what you think.
You dare imagine what I think.
So, you prevented Raziel's soul from entering the Reaver. Do you believe for a moment that by this you have averted your fate? Or his? Or that of Nosgoth itself? Your manipulations are pathetic.
Yet Raziel retains his free will, and that's what frightens you, isn't it, Moebius? You cannot see his path, and so you cannot control it.
And neither can you. Yes, Raziel is shrouded from us, but we see the ripples of his potential actions, and every path he might choose leads to the same outcome. He will kill you, Kain. In sparing Raziel, you have written your own death sentence.
You still have not answered the question I came to ask. Where is Raziel?
He is not, in a true sense, here. Not now.
Don't try my patience, Moebius. What have you done with him?
He is contained. In time, it may be safe to release him. His destiny must be completed. He will enter the sword. But until that time, he is dangerous. Far more dangerous than you could understand.
And your incontrovertible evidence?
The answers are plain, if you know where to look. Go west of the pillars. There you will find a testament, written in stone.
But stones, too, can lie.
Well, at least he gave us some info, but yeah, our next collectible is immediately here. Though, that's the main thing, though, is can we ever really trust him? Can they actually let me break these? No.
The pillars of Nosgoth stood pristine against the horizon. To the west, I would find the enlightenment Moebius felt I lacked.
Well, I think this will lead us into Chapter 4.
There had to be a way to escape the spirit world without the help my master was pleased to deny me. Only in the material realm would I have a chance to seek my destiny, or change it.
I might have to clear this dude out. Oh, can you stop? Alright, let's get rid of him. Because this is definitely where I'm going to end part 1. We've been playing a little bit. It's probably going to be close to like an hour and 20, hour and a half. But we got the first 3 chapters done, and we got all the miscellaneous achievements and the collectibles in those parts, so we're on track. Like I said, there's a lot of accumulative ones that you got to get in this game. I'll try to point out what specific actions you need to do moving forward. So far, we've been doing some of them. I didn't really mention the special attacks, but you'll probably get that if you're just utilizing the combo moves that this game has to offer. But like up close feeding, Reaver feeding, those 1 health jars that Kain can break and stuff like that, devouring souls with Raziel, like all of that stuff is stuff you'll do throughout the game. But there are some that require you to use like specific types of attacks, like setting them on fire a certain amount of times and stuff like that. So there's a lot of those. My main focus is the collectibles and the miscellaneous achievements that are chapter specific, like breaking those statues and dropping the guillotine and stuff like that. So that's what my main focus with this is, along with just playing through it, and very enjoyable. Like I said, Legacy of Kain, obviously gameplay wise they still have that like old school gameplay because these are just reskinned remasters, but I'm loving it. Like I said, I've always been a huge Legacy of Kain fan, so I'm always happy to play one of these remasters. I have been hearing not so good things about Ascendance, or whatever the new one's called, the 2D side scroller. A lot of people are saying it's not very good. We'll check it out back to back with this just to see how it is, but as always, thanks for watching these as they go live or after they go live. I always appreciate it, and I'll see you in part 2.